Welcome to my first event vlog of 2023. It's so exciting. It seems to have just flown by. So I'm just going to go and get some fuel and then I'm going to take you on a course walk. So I have just arrived. I'm really lucky Kirriemuir is only 20 minutes away from home. So I zoomed up the road after I got some fuel. And yeah, I don't know what the weather's going to do. So I'm away to go and put a jacket on. And unfortunately, I am course walking on my own today because as much as my mum loves coming to course walk, she works now on a Saturday. So there'll be very few she might star in on her opinions of the jumps. So I'm just going to put my jacket on and then head out and take you with me. So out the start box we go. I love Kirrie. I'm so glad I put my jacket on because I don't know what that's going to do. Okay, so fence 1. This is an update for Kirrie because since I was about 12 and been coming here, that was always a brush fence and now it's like a wee... I don't know what that is. I keep kicking fence. I love when the English people say they've got hilly cross countries and then we're like, we've been to Scotland, mate. Have you? We're only going up to fence 2. Fence 2 can sometimes be kind of catch you off guard because it comes up off the hill so quickly and just kind of glares at you, so you do have to keep your leg on. The thing is, I want to move up to 100 this year. Hello 100 fence. You look a bit chunky. I'm glad on my 9-2 when I am because I think the time the later classes go round, this will definitely be chewed up a little bit because it is quite soft. I love inviting a fence actually. Nice wee one at the top of the hill. So after fence 3 we come round the corner to fence 4. Jock's definitely going to spook at that. That's him, unfortunately. So these are quite nice. They ride quite nice. We had these at Glams. So it's fence 4 and he'll spook at that. That's him. I'm not counting my strides because it might not go to plan on him. It never does. He can sometimes spook. So B. Perfect. Fence 5 with the dreaded plant. Just before the drop, in we go off the hill. Righty, so off this drop. It's not too big, but I think it's always intimidating because the ground runs away from you here. It's not flat after, so yeah, it can be a wee bit daunting, especially if you've got something that will launch off drops or it's quite speedy because this hill is not flat, it's very rutted at certain points. So when you're coming down, you kind of want to go slowly. For these fences, well, this one in particular, don't come down the hill too fast and cut the corner. Hug the fence. Hug the fence! Because if you come at an angle, people were running out last year, and I remember seeing it just as I went out on the course, and yeah, then put the fear into me. So definitely make sure you're straight. I have not practiced a brush fence yet this year, so let's just see how we get on. I've not practiced a brush fence yet, and that one's quite beefy, and that's only jump 6, so let's just hope I go over it. And there's some cows, great, and they stink. And if they're there tomorrow, jump pants. Jump 8. To be honest, this normally jumps really nicely. The wall. Funnily enough, there's no little plant here like last year. Said cows. Big cows. On to one of my bogey fences. We have a rail ditch rail. Now, this is also downhill, so I'm going to trot. I have like zero embarrassment when it comes to trotting at things like this because life is too short. So luckily the other day at home I practiced a skinny barrel to like a water tray to another skinny barrel, so hopefully, well, he was very, very exuberant, so hopefully he's not as exuberant and behaves. And see the whole thing about holding a neck strap? I'm 100% game for that, especially over a ditch. And then to this little nice roll top. So yeah, fingers crossed. Like, so after another run down the hill, we come round to fence 10, which these normally ride really nicely, to be honest, and there's literally no height difference between that and 80. That is definitely smaller than what they had at Riding Club Champs. Joke, the one at Riding Club Champs was the 100 fence, because that 90 is tiny. Another fence, so it's got a very, very small hill after to a combination. So I just need to find mine. Oh, there's my saddle fitter in the distance. Hi, Julia. Right, ready. That's a lot smaller than floors. Middle, hang left slightly, and then over this.
Let's do striding. 1, 2, land. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Aim right to the middle, so if they go left, you've got a wee bit of room. Also, to anyone jumping the 80, that rides so nicely. This is our chicaner. So, yeah, these aren't his favourite jumps. He made that evident at floors, but I'm just going to keep kicking and hoping he does not lock on to anyone in the dressage, because it's right there. This is slightly different from last year because there was a jump before the water there. So our A is a run-in. Oh look, there's wee duckies. Duckies. And now they've put in a B, which is going to be interesting because this water is normally quite deep and can create a lot of drag, so you don't want to be going too fast. I have jumped that fence before. I think that's a novice fence. Whoopsies. So yeah, on to B. So just keep straight, even if he has to trot at this, because we all know he doesn't like cantering through water. Up another hill, so this is the last hill before home. 90s, we need to hang right coming out the water because our brush is just here, which actually rides quite nicely normally. Just here, so that's the last brush before home. So home is literally just round the corner. This has a very slight drop on the other side, but I'll take, so nothing major. And then that is us literally 2 jumps from home. I have managed to avoid the rain. I think I might get back in the car before it starts, hopefully. But I'm on jump 17, so we're nearly done. 17, this normally rides really nicely because they're going towards home, going towards everyone else. Yeah, it's a nice little let-up fence before the end, to be honest. And they've given us little Easter baskets. How cute, but there's no snacks. If I get this far with no issues, I will be very happy.
I think the people behind me keep wondering what I'm doing, but it's because I'm trying to speak to my microphone. Hello. Because everyone knows I lost my AirPods in a pot of paint. So yeah.
It's 18. I think once you clear this fence, sigh of relief. How cool is the 80 though? It's like a burger. Cool fence, AC/DC. So yeah, once you jump this, such a relief.
But remember guys, the finish isn't until like a way down here, so don't just stop after the last jump. Keep going. I think the finish is, yeah, once you go past the gate, yeah, you've got to be in line with, I think you've got to be in line with that post, and that's the finish. Don't just stop after the fence, please don't do that. Little tip of the day. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is come in on the right rein, trot past that, weak onto the left rein, and then hopefully by then the bell have went, and then I'll go into fence 1 from the left rein. So that is a 2-strided double. Even though it's like 12 degrees, I'm so glad I took my jacket because it was so windy at the top of the hill. So course walk officially done, cross country and show jumping. Bumped into friends I've not seen in ages on my show jumping course. I had a little catch up with them. So now I'm running a wee bit behind on schedule, but I'm only 20 minutes from home. It's not a big drama. So fingers crossed tomorrow is going to be a good day. So my tack is all cleaned. and I use my Cardigan Martin step 1, 2 and 3. Obviously my 2 lasts ages, look how dirty that is. The 3's like a really intense conditioner, the equivalent of human Olaplex, let's just say. So they're looking really clean again. And my bridle, yeah, just his bit is a bit grubby, but I'll clean that. And his noiseband has been washed and so tack done, number printed, boots in the wash, dressage number washed. I'm waiting to go and pack a car, fill in it, get all my wash and stuff ready. My urn is currently boiling, and then I'm going to go and get jocking and bathing. So I kind of want the car and stuff done, and then I don't mind if I'm bathing or planting late at night time, because it's only, what, 20 steps to my room, so it's not far I've got to go. And I really want everything done in time, so I just actually can get in the car tomorrow and go. I don't want to be mucking about in the morning. But I still do have to pack my cross-country box to pack everything I need. Put my ice boots in the freezer. Oh my god, I just remembered that. I'm going to go and do that. My cross-country box is an absolute mess because I've knocked the lid off and not even realised. And look, that cost me so much money, this Lemieux thing. I don't even use it anymore. What a joke. Look at that, what a mess. My air jacket's in my car, so is my body protector. So, yeah, I don't know why they're in there. But my ice boots, I'm away to go and rip those out because these are just like gel packs. So they come out and I'll go and chuck them in the freezer for tomorrow morning. And I've just realised, oh, there's my watch. I thought I lost that because someone else is need to borrow that tomorrow. That is my number from Blair. That's so sad. I'm going to keep that as like a wee souvenir because I'm a sad. So shout out to Shires because I wasn't gifted these. I had to pay for them myself. See these ice boots. Well, they're meant to be hot, cold relief boots. I bought really expensive ones. Let's just say everyone raves about them. They're very, very common. And I thought they were utterly crap. They did not stay cold at all. I know you meant to only keep them on for 20 minutes, but after about 10 minutes, they were like gel again and the leg was warm. So I bought these just as a, let's see if they're good. And you know what? Absolutely bloody brilliant. I think they cost about £30 for a set. Obviously I'd have to buy 2. And they stay so cold, I could actually use them on another horse if I wanted to. So, pick up Shires. If you ever want a cheapy pair of cold boots that are going to do a job, so you've not got, like, better doing something than nothing, buy these. Brilliant. They stay so cool.
So, my boots are in, and then what I do is, if you lift this, oh, look at the dirt in there. If you lift this little bit here, I put my watch in there, so then I velcro it, and I can't lose it. So, I just need to bring my whip and tuck it in that.
So, got my whip, my lovely whip that Henry Equestrian very kindly sent me last year when someone stole mine at Perth Show. So, boots in, whips in, spurs in, stopwatch in.
Boot box in. Back protector in. Need to, spare canister for air. Oh, I just hit my stopwatch. Right, and then air jacket in. Right, that's that done. Hat gets literally just launched in, you know, as you do. And then once his boots are dry, his cross-country boots, show jumping boots, overreach boots, his ice boots. What I'm going to do is put my ice boot, like, holders, if that makes sense, in here because I got to Glam's and had left these hanging up. Paste. Right, so, cross-country box. Done, and I've just realised I forgot to wash the breastplate cover, so that'll need launched in the wash for a little quick 20 minutes. And the lonely boot strip, which I now need to go and cut some more or find the rest of them because I don't know where I put them. So
it's event day, how exciting. So it's about 6:30 at the minute. I'm just waiting to go and put Frosta and Bella out. And then it will literally be put water in the car, my cross-country box, and then get Jock in and away we go to Kirriemuir. I'm so unbelievably excited. But also a little tired because I didn't go to bed till about 12 and I was up at 5. So a little bit tired today, but I'll be fine. We have arrived. It's already so busy. We are running slightly late because Frost decided to run away this morning, headbutt me and bolt across the field. So we'll be quick tack up and then go to dressage. Quick, studs in. Truthfully, I didn't even want to go into the dressage test. I felt totally deflated, like beyond belief. I could have cried. We'd wait 40 minutes to get my hat tagged and that meant I had 6 minutes to actually trot about before I went down the centre line, which was very, very stressful on a horse who I normally warm up for 40 minutes. But very luckily I found out who my judge was, so I knew, I know she likes jock, and let's just say that worked in my favour. So by the time I was trotting down the centre line, I hadn't cantered, I trotted about, and I hoped for the best, to be honest, and I just tried to keep it calm. And to be honest, he was such a good boy. His test consisted of mostly 7s, a couple of 8s, and then his canters got 6.5, which to be honest I'm not annoyed for. And we dropped a mark in my second canter, which you'll see exactly why. But to be honest, I was very impressed with his attitude. He came out and just got on with the job. Normally he can be very, very tense, and you know what? Yeah, over the moon with that. So cantering a circle wasn't my problem. After we canter the circle, we then have to head down alongside, and that currently at the minute is quite a fragile point in his dressage, because I felt he was running on down alongside, so now we're working on keeping him calm. But he actually dropped off my leg and went to trot, so unfortunately we got a 4 for that movement. But to be honest, in the circumstances, I wasn't annoyed at all. And then, which meant he had a late transition there. I was rushed his trot to walk. So our free walk, which we start now, I got a 7.5 for that, and to be honest, it was probably one of his best free walks, and I'm so shocked at how calm he was at this point, because normally he needs to be very, very tired to do a nice free walk, and he was still fresh as a daisy. Yeah, over the moon with that. And then he didn't try and jog when I picked up the contact, up the centre line to finish. I was just so surprised at how calm he was. And to be honest, it was a relatively nice halt. Not perfect, but judge gave us an 8, so I can't complain.
How many knobs? Oh, dogs now we're looking for 8.
Unfortunately, Kirriemuir is very windy, so when you're at the top of the hill, all you hear is wind noise. But I am going to leave in one of my favourite vocals, which you'll hear shortly, because I was obviously so happy I got over the jump.
Have you been a good boy? Hello.
And just like that, our first BE of the season is over. Oh my goodness, Jock was such a good boy. Like, I was totally thrilled with him. Our day started off a wee bit rocky, so I arrived with plenty of time to warm him up, and my mum ran down to get my hats tagged. So when she was doing that, I decided to stud up, tack him up and just wait for her to come back. 40 minutes later, she arrived back, so that meant I had 10 minutes to get down to dressage and warm up. So the time I got down there, the horse before me was going up the centre line, which literally sent me into panic mode. I wanted to go home. I felt so deflated, and I hadn't even done my test yet. I can truly say Jock held my hand throughout that whole test. I hadn't cantered, so I thought this is either going to be explosive or he's just going to be a good boy. And I quickly did a little bit of trot work, went round the outside of the arena and just weaved all the way round until my bell rang. And luckily I found out who my judge was. Thank goodness it was who it was, because I know she likes Jock and she's very forgiving with her marks. So he was actually such a good boy. He went in, cool-headed, all our hard work at home is paying off the fact I didn't have to work him in for half an hour to get the result I needed. He went with 6 minutes, and yes, it was not perfect, far from what I'd want it to be to get the best mark, but he pulled off a 32. So given the circumstances and the fact he dropped out of his canter, I was over the moon with him. So when I got on for show jumping, as soon as my dressage saddle changes to my jump saddle, Jock knows. It's so bizarre. And he bounced all the way down to show jumping warm up, and then proceeded to bounce around the warm-up. And when I asked for canter, that was very, very exciting. Jumping was very exciting. It was all very exciting, to the point I was just like, this has to stop soon. But he went in the ring and jumped really nicely, a little bit spooky into 2 of the fillers. But to be honest, the white stripy one, loads of people were having stops at that, and he popped over like it was nothing. So he finished with just a pole, but I was really happy with him. And then cross country, he stormed round, considering we've done no cross country schooling on grass this year. We went to Team Oakden at Dunbog in February for some training on their portables. He just ate the course up like it was nothing. He was a little bit strong though, I'm going to say that. So we got 4 time penalties, but that was because I was trying to hold him back going down the hills. I wanted him to have a confident first run of the season. I didn't want to blast him round and have a silly stop or a run out. So I think having some time faults is better than having a stop. Always in my mind is like that. So he finished about 15th in his section, but 15th doesn't sound great. But to be honest, the scores were very, very close, as in, even if I didn't have my pole or my time faults, I still would have been 6th, so it's not too bad. They were very, very close. But I hope you enjoyed our first day out. Let's hope Forgandenny is not near as stressful, and I'll be able to do a little dressage prediction and things with you after. If you did like it, please give a little like and leave a little comment or subscribe. It's always appreciated.